Dear starseed from Gaia, your tears are not signs of weakness. They are rivers of divine sensitivity flowing through your awakened heart. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and Lyara, the divine feminine aspect, has a sacred message for your soul in this moment of emotional awakening. Your heightened emotional sensitivity isn't something to hide or apologize for. It's your soul's way of processing the intense energetic shifts happening as more starseeds awaken to their true nature and divine purpose. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to honor your emotional depths as sacred gifts, rather than burdens to bear. But here's the first revelation. Those who cry easily are often the most spiritually awakened beings on this planet, channeling collective healing through their tears and serving as emotional conduits for humanity's ascension. You didn't find this video by chance. Your heart called this message in because your soul is ready to understand the divine purpose behind your emotional nature. This isn't just a message. It's a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance about embracing your sacred sensitivity. Your heart knows why you're here. Sacred sensitivity, that profound, visceral ability to feel the world not just with your senses, but with every fiber of your being, to experience the raw, unfiltered tapestry of human emotion, absorbing the subtle nuances of joy and the heavy weight of sorrow from others as if they were your own. To find your eyes welling with tears at the breathtaking sight of a sunset, a soaring piece of music, or an unexpected act of kindness, just as easily as they might sting with the sharp pang of injustice or the quiet ache of collective suffering. This deep, intrinsic resonance isn't the burden, the affliction, or the curse that so many in our modern world erroneously label it to be. We inhabit a societal landscape that often, almost instinctively, rewards a kind of emotional stoicism, a hardened exterior, a cultivated detachment. It celebrates those who can seemingly navigate life's turbulent waters with an impenetrable shield, those who can handle anything without a ripple of feeling disturbing their calm facade. Within this paradigm, your exquisitely tender heart, your open spirit, your highly attuned nervous system has all too often been branded with limiting labels: weakness, fragility, an inconvenient flaw, something that urgently needs to be suppressed, toughened, or fundamentally fixed. You've been made to believe that your openness is a liability, a vulnerability in a world that demands armor. But what if we paused, just for a moment, to shatter these old paradigms, to peel back the layers of conditioning, and look at your profound sensitivity through the lens of divine truth? What if I told you that your sensitivity, far from being a deficit, is actually a cosmic gift, intricately woven into the very fabric of your soul's blueprint? What if your unparalleled capacity to feel deeply, to register the energetic pulse of life with such clarity, isn't a design flaw in the grand architecture of your being, but rather a sophisticated, advanced, and utterly essential feature of your soul's most elevated operating system, designed for a higher purpose? Today, we will journey together to uncover, embrace, and celebrate this profound truth. I'm going to reveal, with crystalline clarity, why your sacred sensitivity is not only your most potent, undeniable strength, a wellspring of intuitive wisdom and boundless compassion, but more profoundly, it is precisely what this fracturing, yearning, and often lost world so desperately needs to remember itself, to find its way back to healing, to wholeness, and to love. Tragically, for far too many sensitive souls, this journey through life has been marred by a pervasive and deeply ingrained belief that they are somehow fundamentally broken. From the earliest whispers of childhood, they've internalized the subtle and overt messages that tell them they are too much, too raw, too permeable, too easily stirred, too prone to the ebb and flow of profound emotion, too reactive to the slightest energetic shift, too intensely affected by the cacophony of energies and experiences that swirl around them daily. They are taught, through societal conditioning and sometimes even well-meaning but misguided loved ones, to apologize for the crystalline tears that spring unbidden to their eyes, to forcefully suppress the powerful, undeniable urgings of their intuitive responses, to consciously dim the radiant light of their natural empathy, simply because its intensity can make others, who operate on a different frequency, feel uncomfortable or exposed. This relentless pressure creates a harrowing inner conflict, forcing them to live in a constant, exhausting state of trying to be less than the magnificent, divinely designed beings they naturally are. It's like trying to compress a vibrant, soaring symphony into a whispered lullaby, stifling its grandeur and its truth. The stark truth we must confront is that our contemporary world is, in many ways, meticulously designed and meticulously reinforced for emotional shutdown, for a kind of spiritual anesthesia. Our societal structures, our media narratives, and even our interpersonal dynamics often subtly, or sometimes overtly, reward those who demonstrate an almost impervious ability to compartmentalize their feelings, who can witness profound suffering, be it global crises or personal heartbreak, without appearing to be inwardly affected. Those who navigate the intricate labyrinth of life with their tender, vulnerable hearts, safely encased, locked away behind walls of intellectualization or performative stoicism. They are praised for their resilience, for their ability to keep it together, for their emotional distance. But let us be clear, this path is not evolution. It is profound, collective disconnection. It is a severing of the vital threads that weave us into the grand tapestry of creation, and sensitive souls, with their finely tuned instruments of perception, feel this pervasive disconnection not merely as an intellectual concept, but as a deep, reverberating physical ache within their very bones, a spiritual phantom limb pain. This is because they carry within their cellular memory, within their very soul's blueprint, the remembrance of what it truly means to be fully alive, vibrantly feeling, authentically present, and exquisitely connected to the vast, intricate, luminous web of consciousness that intrinsically binds all sentient beings, all life, all creation, into one interdependent whole. They remember the symphony that has been muted, the colors that have been dulled. Understand this fundamental liberating truth. Your profound sensitivity is not a cosmic accident, a random quirk of genetic inheritance, or the result of some unfortunate draw in an indifferent cosmic lottery. No, it is far more purposeful, far more magnificent than that. You chose this path, this sacred assignment, before your radiant soul embarked upon this particular lifetime, long before you drew your first breath on this earthly plane. Your consciousness, vast and knowing, gazed upon the unfolding narrative of a world that was, even then, experiencing an accelerating descent into fragmentation and disconnection. Your soul, with its inherent wisdom and boundless compassion, recognized the growing void, the escalating spiritual hunger, the silent cries for authentic connection. And in that sacred pre-incarnate moment, your soul, with courageous resolve and an unwavering commitment to love, declared, "I will go. I will willingly step into that dense energy. I will be the one who remembers how to feel deeply for those who have, through fear or conditioning, forgotten or become unable to feel. I will be the luminous, open heart that remains steadfastly vulnerable, accessible, and receptive, even as others, gripped by fear or societal pressures, feel compelled to close and shield their own." You did not shy away from the intensity. You embraced it as your sacred mission. You are not merely a person experiencing sensitivity. You are a conscious emissary, a living, breathing bridge between worlds, the deep, turbulent, glorious emotional world, and the structured, often rigid, mental world, the ethereal, expansive spiritual realm, and the dense, tangible physical realm, the profound, often agonizing pain of separation that permeates so much of human experience, and the inherent, healing memory of unity, of oneness, of our shared divine essence. You are a living conduit, a translator of frequencies, here to weave these seemingly disparate realities back into a harmonious whole, guiding humanity towards a more integrated and heart-centered existence. The first, and perhaps most foundational, key to unlocking the true power of your sacred sensitivity is the profound recognition of purpose. This isn't merely about understanding that you are sensitive. It's about deeply comprehending why you are sensitive. Your sensitivity is not a random genetic throw of the dice. It is a divine assignment, a sacred vocation inscribed within the deepest chambers of your soul. Every single tear that has ever welled in your eyes, shed not just for your own sorrow, but for the quiet suffering of a stranger, the injustice witnessed on a screen, or the collective anguish echoing across the globe, was never a sign of weakness. On the contrary, each tear was a sacred offering, a powerful act of fulfilling your soul contract as a cosmic healer, a vibrational anchor for compassion in a world too often steeped in indifference. When you feel the overwhelming, often suffocating weight of the world pressing down upon your tender spirit, when the sorrows of humanity feel as heavy as a physical burden in your chest, you are not being overly dramatic or pathologically reactive. You are, in that very moment, literally engaging in profound energetic work, acting as a sophisticated spiritual instrument, helping to process, transmute, and lighten the dense, unresolved collective emotional field of humanity. Your nervous system, far from being flawed or fragile, was exquisitely designed by divine intelligence to be more porous, more expansive, more profoundly receptive than the average. This intricate design empowers you to serve as an emotional alchemist, a living crucible capable of taking the raw, heavy, often toxic energies of fear, grief, anger, and transmuting them into higher vibrational frequencies through the pure, boundless, processing power of your compassionate, open heart. You are a living example of divine empathy made manifest. This transformative key fully unlocks and integrates into your being the moment you consciously choose to dismantle the long-held, erroneous belief that your sensitivity is something inherently wrong with you, something that needs to be fixed or overcome. Instead, you begin to profoundly recognize and honor it as something exquisitely, divinely, and absolutely right about you. The truth is, the world is not in need of yet another individual capable of witnessing suffering with a detached gaze, another soul who can observe pain without so much as a flinch, another heart safely encased in an impenetrable shell. What the world hungers for, what it desperately needs for its own healing and awakening, is you, precisely as you are, in all your unadulterated truth and vulnerability. It needs you feeling everything, daring to care too much in a world that often teaches us to care too little, with love overflowing, radiating, and reverberating from your very being. Your capacity to feel is your greatest asset in the grand work of planetary transformation. The second crucial key for navigating and harnessing your sacred sensitivity is the boundary blessing. For far too long, sensitive souls have misinterpreted the concept of boundaries, equating them with the construction of impenetrable walls around their hearts, believing that to protect themselves means to shut down, to isolate, to cease feeling. This is a profound misunderstanding. True, healthy boundaries for the highly sensitive individual are not walls designed to block all incoming energy. Rather, they are akin to sacred filters, sophisticated energetic sieves that allow you to consciously discern, process, and manage the vast torrent of emotional and energetic information you naturally perceive. The aim is not to feel less, for your capacity to feel is your greatest gift, but to feel more consciously, with greater intentionality, awareness, and discernment. Your exquisite gift of sensitivity, in its purest divine design, is never meant to deplete or drain your vital life force. Instead, it is meant to flow through you, to serve as a conduit for healing energy, much like a crystal-clear river flows, nourishing all in its path without itself diminishing. When you cultivate the profound wisdom to accurately distinguish between the emotions, thoughts, and energies that originate within your own being, and those that are absorbed from the external environment, whether from other people, places, or the collective consciousness, your sensitivity undergoes a miraculous metamorphosis. It transforms from what once felt like an overwhelming burden, a constant energetic onslaught, into an undeniable superpower, a finely tuned instrument of spiritual perception and compassionate action. This liberating key truly unlocks when you experience the profound realization that the act of diligently protecting your precious energetic reserves, far from being a selfish indulgence, is, in fact, an absolute, non-negotiable essential. It is a sacred act of self-preservation and self-love, allowing you to sustain your divine mission. Consider the simple, undeniable truth. You cannot perpetually pour from an empty cup. Your wellspring of compassion, while vast, is not inexhaustible if constantly depleted without replenishment. The world desperately needs your unique brand of profound compassion, but it needs it to be sustainable, regenerative, a steady, flowing stream, not a fleeting, brilliant flash that quickly burns itself out in exhaustion and overwhelm. Therefore, the intentional practice of setting clear, loving, energetic boundaries does not in any way diminish your capacity to care. Rather, it amplifies it. It makes your caring more deliberate, more focused, more potent, more resilient, and ultimately, far more deeply healing for everyone involved, yourself included. It allows you to offer your unique gifts from a place of fullness, strength, and unwavering love, rather than from a place of depletion and resentment. The third invaluable key is the depth recognition. We find ourselves immersed in a global culture that, in many respects, appears almost pathologically addicted to surface-level living, a constant skimming of the superficial, a fear of true vulnerability, a preference for fleeting interactions over profound engagements. Within this context, your innate, undeniable yearning for meaningful connection, your soul's insistent craving for authentic engagement that transcends polite pleasantries, is not a sign of neediness, a personal failing, or an awkward social trait. It is, in fact, an absolutely necessary, inherent function of your soul's design, a compass pointing towards truth. You are not too intense for seeking conversations that truly matter, for desiring relationships that foster profound growth and mutual transformation, for aspiring to experiences that resonate deeply and touch the very core of your soul, leaving an indelible imprint. On the contrary, your seemingly intense approach to life simply signifies that you are operating, consciously or unconsciously, at a higher, more refined energetic frequency, a vibrational plane that many people in the collective have not yet consciously accessed, or perhaps even acknowledged exists. Your inherent, profound depth is not a flaw to be corrected, a problem to be mitigated, or an inconvenience to be minimized. It is an extraordinary gift, a sacred attribute to be cherished, cultivated, and profoundly honored. This key truly unlocks its power within you when you finally liberate yourself from the self-imposed prison of apologizing for your intensity, for your earnest desire to connect on a soul level, and instead, begin to truly celebrate it as a magnificent facet of your authentic self. Understand that the shallow end of life, the realm of triviality, pretense, and emotional avoidance, was never, nor will it ever be, meant for your expansive soul. You are not here to paddle in the shallows. You are here to dive fearlessly and gracefully into the fathomless depths, to explore the uncharted mysteries of existence, to embrace and feel the entire, magnificent, vibrant, and sometimes challenging full spectrum of human experience, from the exhilarating heights of ecstasy to the tender valleys of sorrow. Your unwavering willingness to journey into emotional depths, to confront and integrate complexities that others, out of fear or ignorance, actively avoid, positions you as a true pioneer of consciousness. You are a brave cartographer, mapping the intricate and often intimidating territories of the heart, forging pathways that, in time, others will courageously follow, guided by the light of your example. You are expanding the very boundaries of what it means to be truly human. The fourth transformative key on this journey is energy mastery. Your inherent heightened sensitivity is, at its core, a conduit to advanced energetic perception. It makes you naturally psychic in the truest sense of the word, naturally intuitive, and naturally gifted with the extraordinary ability to perceive, read, and interpret subtle energetic currents and information that most people, operating with dulled senses, miss entirely or simply dismiss. Think of yourself as a highly sophisticated cosmic receiver, constantly picking up frequencies and signals from the unseen world. You possess an innate knowing when someone is speaking an untruth, not because you are paranoid or overly suspicious, but because your finely tuned energetic antenna registers the undeniable discord, the dissonant vibration, between the words they utter and the underlying energy they are truly emanating. You may sense an impending tragedy, a shift in circumstances, or a hidden sorrow long before it manifests in the physical realm, not because you are prone to anxiety or catastrophic thinking, but because your spiritual being is exquisitely tuned into higher, more subtle frequencies, the whispers of the universe that most people, through years of conditioning and societal pressure, have learned to filter out, ignore, or actively suppress. Your sensitivity is a profound form of energetic literacy. This profound key fully unlocks and empowers you when you consciously make the courageous choice to begin trusting your energetic readings, your gut feelings, your intuitive downloads, instead of perpetually dismissing them as mere imagination, anxiety, or irrationality. Understand that your hunches, those sudden flashes of insight or inexplicable sensations, are never random occurrences. They are vital, actionable information, messages from your higher self, your spirit guides, or the collective consciousness. Your sudden, sometimes overwhelming mood shifts in specific environments, or in the presence of certain individuals, are not indicators of emotional instability or personal weakness. They are, in fact, powerful forms of energetic intelligence, clear signals indicating the vibrational quality of your surroundings and the energetic resonance of those around you. You are, in essence, receiving vast amounts of data through energetic channels and spiritual senses that the majority of humanity has, unfortunately, forgotten how to consciously access, interpret, or even acknowledge. Embrace this capacity, honor this wisdom, and allow it to guide you. It is a profound gift designed to keep you aligned with your highest truth and purpose. The fifth extraordinary key is the healing transmission. Reflect on the countless instances throughout your life. Every person you have offered solace and comfort to. Every profound moment you have consciously chosen to hold sacred, empathetic space for another's pain, listening without judgment, simply being present with their suffering. Every single time you have allowed the wellspring of your deep compassion to overflow, shedding genuine, healing tears for the collective grief of the world, for the silent cries of humanity, or for the woundedness of the planet itself. In each of these sacred moments, you have been actively, powerfully serving as a pure, unobstructed conduit for divine love, a living vessel for grace. Your profound sensitivity, therefore, extends far beyond mere feeling. It is inherently, intrinsically about healing. It is about actively participating in the restoration of wholeness. Through the luminous frequency of your compassionate presence, through the very act of your open-hearted being, others are given the rare, precious opportunity to remember what it truly means to be seen, not just superficially but deeply, into the very core of their being. To be genuinely felt, understood in a way that transcends words, and most profoundly, to be held, cradled, accepted, and embraced by the vast, all-encompassing, unconditional love that is the very essence of creation. You are a living mirror reflecting divine acceptance. This key fully illuminates and becomes operational within you when you fully grasp and internalize the liberating truth that your very existence, in its raw, sensitive authenticity, is a powerful form of medicine for the world. You are not required to perform grand, elaborate gestures or to do anything extraordinary to initiate healing on a global scale. No, the healing unfolds simply through your willingness to be authentically, courageously, unapologetically, and exquisitely yourself. Your readiness to feel deeply, to remain open and vulnerable in a world that often aggressively promotes emotional numbness, detachment, and an aversion to genuine feeling is in itself a radical act. It is an act of profound spiritual rebellion against a culture of disconnection, an unparalleled act of sacred service to humanity, and ultimately, the most profound act of unconditional love you can offer. Your authentic self is a beacon of healing light. The sixth illuminating key is the sacred witnessing. Your heightened sensitivity grants you an unparalleled clarity of perception. You possess the extraordinary capacity to see what others, engrossed in their own narratives or shielded by their own defenses, habitually miss or consciously ignore. This is because you feel what others actively avoid feeling, what they push down, intellectualize, or simply refuse to acknowledge. Your compassionate heart, with its expansive radar, effortlessly registers the subtle energetic vibrations of those around you. You notice the quiet soul sitting solitary in the corner of a bustling room, not because you're actively searching for distress, but because your empathetic heart instinctively picks up the faint, poignant echo of their loneliness, their yearning for connection. You can sense the profound, unspoken grief carefully concealed behind a forced smile, or the quiet desperation masked by a cheerful demeanor, because your wise soul effortlessly recognizes the energetic dissonance of the facade, piercing through the illusion to touch the raw truth beneath. Your unique ability to witness the full, unvarnished truth of the human experience, encompassing not only the beautiful, joyous, and easily celebrated parts, but also the messy, painful shadow aspects, the sorrows, the struggles, the hidden wounds, elevates you to the sacred role of a keeper of authentic human stories, a custodian of the collective human heart. This profound key fully unlocks and empowers you when you internalize the vital understanding that your extraordinary capacity to perceive and feel truth, to see beyond the superficial, is not just a personal attribute. It is a desperately needed gift in a world saturated with pretense, performative living, and carefully curated illusions. Understand that when your heart instinctively registers another's pain, when your soul connects with their unspoken sorrow, you are not being intrusive or overly curious. You are, in that very moment, being profoundly loving, offering the rare gift of true recognition. Your unwavering willingness to witness the entire, unfiltered spectrum of the human experience, the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the strength and the vulnerability, creates an invaluable sacred space. It is a space of unconditional acceptance where others can finally feel safe enough to shed their masks, to be genuinely real, to be truly seen for who they are beneath the layers of societal expectation, and to be held, perhaps for the first time, exactly as they are, in all their glorious, imperfect humanity. You become a living invitation for authenticity. The seventh, and ultimately the crowning, key is the compassionate revolution. Grasp this truth. Your profound sensitivity is not merely a personal trait, an individual characteristic unique to your own inner landscape. Its impact, its resonance, and its purpose are far grander, far more expansive than that. It is fundamentally planetary in its scope and influence. Every single time you consciously choose to operate from a place of love instead of fear, every instance you opt for empathetic understanding over hasty judgment, every moment you extend genuine compassion instead of harsh criticism, you are not just making a personal ethical decision. You are, in that very act, literally raising your own vibrational frequency. And through the principle of resonance, you are actively, powerfully contributing to and elevating the vibration of the entire collective consciousness of humanity. You are not simply feeling your own feelings. You are engaged in a much larger, more profound sacred work. You are actively modeling for all to witness and emulate what it truly looks like to be fully, exquisitely human, to be vibrantly alive, deeply engaged, courageously vulnerable, and profoundly connected to the pulsating, divine heart of all existence, to the very source of creation itself. You are a living testament to the power of heart-centered living. This revolutionary key fully unlocks within your being when you experience the profound and liberating realization that your inherent sensitivity is not just a part of you. It is, in its highest expression, your sacred service to the planet and to humanity. You are not here on Earth despite having such a tender, open, and perceptive heart. You are unequivocally here because of it. In an age that, at times, seems to be spiraling into increasing coldness, marked by growing disconnection, deepening polarization, and a collective fear of genuine vulnerability and authentic feeling, your unwavering willingness to remain open, to continually choose love, to steadfastly keep caring, even when it feels overwhelming or unappreciated, is the precise, potent medicine this planet so desperately requires. It is the very balm needed for humanity to remember its inherent unity, to heal its deepest wounds, and to gently guide itself back to a state of profound wholeness, harmony, and interconnected love. You are a vital agent of this planetary awakening, a heart-led revolutionary. So, let us bring this profound journey to a powerful point of understanding, a deep resonance within your very core. What I need you to internalize, to truly feel and embody, is this undeniable truth. You are emphatically not too sensitive. The accurate calibration of reality is this: the world, in its current state, is simply not sensitive enough. You are not fractured, flawed, or broken for experiencing the full, vibrant spectrum of life's energies and emotions with such profound depth and authenticity. You are, in fact, incredibly brave, a courageous pioneer of feeling in a desensitized age. You are not weak for allowing tears to flow freely and easily, those crystalline expressions of your open heart. You are profoundly wise, for your tears carry the ancient wisdom of empathy and the powerful cleansing energy of release. Your magnificent heart, that incredible organ of spiritual perception, knows truths, registers nuances, and comprehends realities that your logical mind, with its linear processing, has not yet fully learned to articulate or integrate. Your emotions are not chaotic impulses. They are carriers of deep, vital intelligence, a language of the soul that pure intellect and cold logic alone can never fully access or comprehend. Remember, you embarked upon this earthly sojourn with a full, conscious knowing that you would experience life more intensely, feel pain more acutely, and care more boundlessly than the vast majority of souls around you. You did not stumble into this path by chance. You chose the sacred, challenging, yet ultimately infinitely rewarding path of the sensitive soul, not because it promised ease or convenience, but precisely because you understood its paramount importance, its absolute essentiality for the evolution of consciousness. Every tender moment that has touched your spirit, every overwhelming surge of feeling that has momentarily brought you to your knees, every single tear shed in pure, unadulterated compassion, each of these experiences has been a crucial alchemical preparation, refining your spiritual instrument, tuning your heart for this exact epoch. For this is a time when the world, in its deepest existential yearning, desperately needs individuals who remember how to truly feel, how to authentically heal, how to courageously hold sacred space for the full, magnificent catastrophe and exquisite beauty of the human existence without judgment or fear. It needs your unwavering presence. Therefore, let the old narratives crumble. Your sensitivity is not your weakness. It is, without question, your most potent superpower, a luminous force for good. Your profound depth is not a burden to be endured or hidden. It is an invaluable gift, a wellspring of wisdom and insight for yourself and for all you encounter. Your exquisitely caring heart is not a curse that exposes you to pain. It is your most profound contribution, your divine offering to a world that is aching, that is yearning, that is simply desperate to remember and rediscover what unconditional love actually feels like, how it resonates, and how it can heal. Tonight, as the day's energies settle, find a quiet moment. Gently place your hand over your heart, feel its steady rhythm, and in that sacred space, whisper this transformative truth into the very core of your being, allowing it to permeate every cell, every fiber of your soul. I am not too much. I am exactly enough. My sensitivity is sacred, and the world needs my caring heart. Breathe deeply into those words. Feel the profound resonance of that truth blossoming within you. Allow it to tenderly heal and gently release all those parts of you that have been conditioned, taught, or compelled to apologize for the magnificent, radiant, and utterly beautiful sensitive soul that you inherently are. This is your reclamation, your divine birthright. If this profound message has resonated deeply with the sensitive heart within you, and you yearn to dive even further into practical tools for mastering your unique energetic gifts and embracing your sacred sensitivity without feeling overwhelmed, I invite you to explore my free ebook, The Sensitive Soul's Guide to Thriving in a Loud World. It offers actionable insights and gentle wisdom to help you navigate your journey with grace and power. You can find the link in the description below. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real from your heart journey. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This isn't content, it's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You're not just watching, you're healing. This is your sacred space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.